Hi, my name is Zana Mask. My nickname is Zana. I'm 17 years old and I live in Arlington, Virginia, but I was born in Mongolia. And thanks to the Virginia Folklife Apprenticeship Program, I got the opportunity to relearn my culture and learn how to make traditional sun masks. Through my process, my dad, he taught me all the traditional methods of making a mask. We went out in the countryside and we picked different colors, different rocks. He taught me how to formulate different colors with different materials found in nature, and he taught me how to use those materials and incorporate it into my mask. For example, we have yak hair used for the beard for the old man, and colors such as coral, and they're all found in natural waters, and so it's very cool. But now, of course, all these materials, they're more available for me and my generation, so I can go to this nearest store and get myself some acrylic colors. But that's what I did to make my mask. But I learned both ways, so it was very interesting. I initially had a lot of interest in learning how to make the traditional masks, so I asked my father, and my father told me that if I wanted to learn how to make masks, then I need to go back to the foundation of my culture. So my dad and I, we traveled to Mongolia, and that's where we started our journey. I learned that the idea of passing all your knowledge to your next generation is an idea that's so sacred and so important in my culture, and so it makes me very happy that I'm part of that. He wanted me to go through the entire process the traditional way, so I had to come and greet him and ask him with the Mongolian silk scarf, and ask for his permission, and ask for him to teach me all his knowledge and the ways of making the mask. That's what I did. And he told me that my grandfather taught him all he knows, and so he's now teaching me all he knows. So being part of this process, this greater thing, it's very nice. It's very, very rewarding. I am definitely going to teach my children and my next generation all that I've learned, and I'll make sure that this tradition continues. I think one of the best things that happened from this process was how much the relationship between my father and I grew, because now we're more than just father and son, we're mentor and student, and that means a lot. The process of making a mask is long, but it's very rewarding. It starts from just making the sketch, simple sketches, to a little more complex sketches. And then you start using with clay, you start building the character of this mask. And from there, you make a mold of the clay. And once the mold is ready, then you use paper mache and you put layers on layers and layers of paper mache. And there's a sequence that you have to follow. It's very complex, more complex than I imagined. And then after you white it out and you sand it, and then you start putting the color on it, and then you gloss it to protect it. And that's not it at all. After you do all that, after the mask is ready, then you have to perform it. And so with the mask comes its own costumes and own pieces and accessories, and you learn the dance for each specific mask and you perform it. So it really does incorporate all the different fields of art. put it sum 108, there are 108 different characters, and each character has their own meaning. They differ from, representing the animals to humans, to deities, to gods, and each one has their own different costumes and accessories, and it's beautiful and they all come together. And one example is the 108-year-old man, and he represents all things good, and he gives long life. And the mask I made is a mask of a young monk, a student, kind of like me. So I thought it was very fitting. Now that I learned the foundation and the traditional methods of making a mask, I wanted to take what I learned and all the techniques that I have built up, and I wanted to make a contemporary, modern mask. And with that contemporary mask, I would like to choreograph a dance for it, and I want to put it up on stage. So I get the complete process of making something from scratch and putting it and presenting it on stage. I want to thank the Virginia Folklife Apprenticeship Program for giving me this opportunity to relearn my culture. And I want to thank my dad for taking the time to teach me all that he knows. And this process was definitely something that I'll always keep with me forever. Thank you so much.